Over 15.9 million. That's not the price of a mansion in Beverly Hills or a supercar garage filled with Bugattis. That's what someone paid for a single violin. Yes, a violin, not just any violin, the Lady Blunt Stradivarius, crafted in 1721 by the legendary Antonio Stradivari. Before we dive in, hit like, share, and subscribe because you're about to uncover secrets about the Stradivarius that will blow your mind. Stick around till the end because you'll learn why scientists still can't crack its sound and how a 300-year-old violin became more valuable than gold. Here's the first jaw-dropper. Stradivari made his finest violins during what's called his golden period, 1700 to 1725. Experts believe fewer than 650 Stradivari instruments survive today out of nearly 1,000 made. The Lady Blunt, in near-perfect condition, stunned the world when it sold for $15.9 million in 2011, making it the most expensive violin ever sold at auction. Fun fact, its value wasn't just about music. The money raised went to help victims of the 2011 Japan earthquake and tsunami. Question for you, would you keep it locked in a museum or let musicians actually play it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. A Lady Blunt isn't alone. In June 2022, another masterpiece, the Da Vinci X Seidel Stradivarius 1714, sold for $15.34 million. Why is it so special? Because it belonged to Tasha Seidel, a legendary violinist whose music you've probably heard, even if you didn't know it. He played in the soundtrack of The Wizard of Oz. A violin crafted before the American Revolution was still making its way into Hollywood movies centuries later. That's not just music, that's living history. Can you name another object from the 1700s still being used in movies today? Not every Stradivarius sells for record-breaking millions, but many carry powerful stories. Take the Joachim Stradivarius. It was played by Joseph Joachim, the violinist who premiered Brahms' Violin Concerto in D major. Imagine this, one violin directly shaped the premiere of one of the greatest violin concertos ever written. It's like holding not just an instrument, but a piece of music history in your hands. If you're a music lover, ask yourself, is the true value in the sound it makes, or the history it carries? Here's where things get really strange. For over 300 years, scientists and musicians have tried to explain why Stradivarius violins sound so unique. They've tested the wood, possibly affected by the Little Ice Age colder climate, the varnish, a secret recipe still not fully understood, the design, with arches and proportions so perfect, they're almost impossible to replicate. And yet, no one has fully cracked the code. Modern violins can come close. But ask a professional musician, and they'll tell you, a true Strad has a sound that's rich, powerful, and hauntingly beautiful. Would you pay millions for an instrument whose secret no one can explain? Here's a formula for you. Rarity plus craftsmanship plus legacy equals millions. Stradivari made about 960 violins. Only about 650 survive. Every single one has a story, often tied to famous musicians, composers, or royal families. And unlike cars or jewelry, these instruments don't just sit in vaults, they still make music today. This makes them investments, like rare paintings or vintage Ferraris. Owning a Stradivarius isn't just about sound, it's about status, history, and prestige. Do you think these should belong to the world in museums or to private collectors? With prices this high, Stradivarius violins have also been targets for thieves. In 2014, the Lipinski Stradivarius was stolen at gunpoint in Milwaukee. It was later found in an attic. Other Strads have disappeared for decades, hidden in private collections, or even fought over in court battles. It's like something straight out of a spy thriller. A priceless violin, a daring heist, and a worldwide manhunt. Should these instruments be played or protected like crown jewels? Today, Stradivarius violins are scattered across the globe. Many are in museums, but some are still in the hands of world-class violinists like Anne-Sophie Mutter, Joshua Bell, Itzhak Perlman, and yes, they actually play them in live concerts. Imagine hearing a sound that's been alive since before Mozart was even born. That's like shaking hands with history through music. So why does all this matter in 2025? Because Stradivarius violins show us something bigger. The power of craftsmanship that stands the test of time, the way art and science merge to create something eternal, and how history can live on, not just in museums, but in the sound of a bow against strings. If you're still here, you've just stepped into a world very few people know about. You now understand why a 300-year-old violin is worth more than a mansion. It's the perfect mix of sound, history, art, and legacy. So what do you think? Would you spend millions on the perfect sound, or is it the legend and history that truly make it priceless? Comment below, smash the like button if you learned something new, and subscribe for more stories about the rare treasures of our world. And remember, by watching till the end, you've gained a secret most people never hear: why the Stradivarius violin remains one of the greatest mysteries in music history.